Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading. Thank you for tuning in and hope you are all well. It's the 31st of January 2026. I'm going to do a general tarot read for you guys and see what you've got going on. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. So, messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? The Moon in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the upright, King of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you could be, well, working hard or developing your skills or your business or your career or your craft to try and create some sort of stability or more stability. Earning more money or developing your business or trying to make it a more successful part of your life. There's a question of a lack of stability here for some financially, or some sort of family conflict regarding stability. Some confusion, fear, illusion, feeling detached from something perhaps, and there is an energy there of mistrust or fear. Who's detaching, burying their head in the, well, not burying their head in the sand, but detaching and burying their head in work? Someone's worried, maybe, about money. They're just, or worrying more about stability, but burying their head in their work, just keeping on working towards, well, doing something about it, but worrying about it at the same time. Someone's not quite sure how they're going to create stability, but they're just going to work at it. They're a bit fearful, slightly confused perhaps about how it's going to come about, but they're working towards it anyway. So, why is the Moon here in reverse for Cancer? Two of Cups in reverse. So it could be about a connection that you have with someone, but it's in separation. There's some sort of separation, disharmony. Or you're kind of keeping your feelings out of something. You're keeping your heart out of something. Keeping closed about something. Cold, detached towards something or someone. The Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Cancer? That one flipped over. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So feeling pretty battle worn, feeling pretty kind of defeated, tired, deflated. Wondering, well, I'm not seeing the energy of giving up. I'm seeing the energy of wondering when the effort and the hard work is going to make any sort of change, positive change, or create some sort of success, some sort of stability. King of Swords in reverse. Why is he here for Cancer? Temperance. Wanting to bring peace, harmony, or feeling in peace and harmony, but balancing something out, balancing yourself out. Perhaps someone's got a lot of responsibilities here. Working very hard, a lot of responsibilities, and needing to create balance within themselves while they do it. The High Priestess just flipped out in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse energy. Why is it here for Cancer? King of Pentacles. Creating, well, the ultimate abundance, stability, independence, standing on your own 2 feet, or just creating something solid, perhaps, for you and your family. Needing to stay grounded, stay balanced, stay committed, hardworking, regardless of what's going on around you, whatever situation it is that you're dealing with. But stability here, or finances, is in question. You want to be abundant, you want to be stable, you want to have everything that you need. Why is the High Priestess here for Cancer in reverse energy? The Hermit in reverse. I'm feeling a very shut off, withdrawn, not getting your head down and kind of getting on with what needs to be done, but to the point that it's you're shutting yourself away, shutting yourself off. Or you're not seeing something. You're not seeing clarity, or you're not seeing the truth, or you're not seeing a reality. Something here you are struggling to see, or that you are confused about. Two of Cups in reverse energy. Why is it here for Cancer? Yeah, Nine of Wands in reverse. Definitely getting this almost deflated, almost defeated energy. Almost defeated, but there's still a little spark there of carrying on, standing up for it, persevering with it. Nine of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Delay, stagnation, wondering when things are going to turn around, balance themselves out and become stable. Temperance, why is it here for Cancer? Temperance. Someone here is very making their peace a priority. Someone here is detaching, making their peace a priority, trying to stay peaceful and harmonious within themselves, or the peace of a situation is priority. Not wanting to have any conflict or stress, or as well as stability, there is a priority of peace here, of balance, of harmony. King of Pentacles, why is he here for Cancer? Judgment. Some sort of decision that needs to be made, or spiritual awakening that needs to be come to, or that you need to come to. Some sort of aha moment, some sort of awakening to a situation, or an awakening to yourself, or making a decision. Hermit in reverse. Why is he here for Cancer? The High Priestess in the upright has some major messages here for you, Cancer. You're going through something at the minute that is serious or very important, or life-changing perhaps, or just it's something that you're working towards or thinking about or wanting to create peace, or it's something that you're working towards, but or a situation that you just want to bring peace to. And you're feeling, although you're sort of chipping away at it, you're very very much wanting to do it in a peaceful way and keep yourself balanced. And there is a decision here somewhere that needs to be made. Also, there is a very mysterious energy here. Secrecy. Listening to your intuition. Not listening to your intuition. Looking for more information. Looking for guidance in something. All the while you are sort of practically, or you're going along with it, but it's causing you some inner conflict. But you're trying to stay peaceful. Nine of Wands in reverse energy. Why is it here for Cancer? Six of Wands. Success, recognition, being in the spotlight, being recognized, being seen. Ah, are you trying not to be seen? With all this moon and High Priestess energy and Hermit energy, are you trying not to be seen? You don't want to be seen. You want to keep your head down and not sort of bring too much attention to yourself. Or you're feeling successful in something, achieved, balanced, but there's some sort of attention here, or you're being noticed, or you don't want some sort of attention here, or you don't want to be noticed, or you're trying to not draw too much attention to yourself. Two of Wands in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady, hard-working, committed to the cause. Getting the energy of keeping your head down and getting on with it. Someone's just keeping themselves to themselves, getting on with their work, their job, their career. But there is a separation here when it comes to love, or maybe love for oneself. Maybe not looking after oneself enough, or investing in oneself, loving oneself enough, or feeling separated from oneself. Why is Temperance here twice for Cancer? Eight of Cups in reverse. Resisting walking away from something or someone, or feeling like you've been abandoned, or you don't want to abandon something, you don't want to give up on something. You want to create balance, you want to create stability, you want to have success, you want to have achievement, you want to be recognized, you want, you know, to be appreciated perhaps. Why is Judgment here for Cancer? The Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Perhaps going back to the drawing board and finding or developing your skill, or developing something that you're working at so that it becomes stable, a success, so that all your work and effort wasn't in vain. There's a decision here. There's a decision here that needs to be made about how you can maybe work smarter and not harder. Going back to school, going back to the drawing board, perhaps doing things in a different way. Perhaps some of you are working too much and seeing no reward for all the hours you're putting in. Perhaps you are thinking of changing your job or developing your skills in some way so that you can get to where you need to be faster, or just get a higher level of stability or money within the job that you're doing or the career or business that you have. Why is the High Priestess here for Cancer? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're not, someone's working at something, but they don't seem to be getting much success, or they're feeling some sort of poverty, that what they're doing is not enough. The effort they're putting in is not enough, or all the hours that they're working, they're not being paid enough. And or there's a feeling of rejection here as well. Isolation, rejection, detachment, withdrawal. So why is the Six of Wands here for Cancer? Eight of Cups in reverse again. So there's a question of direction here, where what direction is this going in, or am I going in, or am I going in the right direction? Do I need to change it up a bit, swap things around, go in a different direction to create more finances or more stability or more peace, more harmony, more money, more balance? Do I need to look after myself a bit better while I'm doing all this? Because I'm feeling rather tired and overworked here, and I don't seem to be getting any more stability and abundance for the hours that I'm working. So perhaps I need to go back to the drawing board and try it differently. But there's a fear of change here. There's a fear of walking away from something here. So some of you might be fearful perhaps about leaving the current job that you're in and going towards another position or another job, because it might put your stability in question. Maybe you're working in a career, a job, a business that pays good, but it takes a lot out of you. It's a lot of hours, and perhaps there's a job that you have to work less hours, but maybe you get paid better. But perhaps you've been at this company for many, many years, and it gives you a sense of stability, a consistent sense of stability, and you don't know, if you go to another job or company, if that's going to be as stable. You want success, recognition, but you're fearing the change in order to get it. Knight of Pentacles. Why is he here for Cancer? Eight of Wands. So, fast action. Making a quick decision. Or perhaps some of you are travelling or want to take action on something. And I'm feeling, or I'm seeing, that time is of the element here, or it's time to make some sort of a change, or it's a quick decision that needs to be made. Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Pentacles again. Hard work, commitment, sticking with it. dedicated to the craft, dedicated to whatever it is that you're putting effort into. This is something that you have passion for. This is your, I don't know, this is, yeah, this is just something that you are creative, passionate about. This is perhaps a skill or job that you've always done, that you've done since you've left school or since a young age, or it's a business that you are committed to developing and making a success. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords in reverse. Perhaps there's a painful process going on here. Some sort of having to come through some sort of stress or grief, loss, pain. Having to let go of something here that's causing you upset, resistance, imbalance, confusion. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, letting go of some of this burden, letting go of some of this weight. Yeah, delegating some of the responsibilities, perhaps. You need to, yeah, lighten the load. You're taking too much on. Feeling like you're responsible for everything and everyone. And sort of barely having time to take responsibility for yourself because you're doing it all for everyone else. Eight of Cups. Why is it here repeatedly for Cancer in reverse? Seven of Swords in reverse. So there's that mysterious, somewhat deceptive, sneaky energy. Not, well, there's a little bit of sneakiness, but only because the Seven of Swords has just come up. But it's in reverse, so it's about taking accountability. And there's the Six of Wands as well. You're in the spotlight, but you didn't want to be seen. You're getting attention, but you didn't want it. Now, this is a specific message or any energy for someone. Getting caught, getting found out. Perhaps you had some plans that you were making that you didn't want to tell anyone else about, and someone's found out about your plans, or you've, you know, didn't mean to, but you told your friend about your plans, and now everyone knows that you're trying to, you know, open a new business, or you're opening a new shop, or, you know, you've applied for a mortgage or a loan or whatever it is. Can also be about self-deceit, not being honest with yourself, not being truthful with yourself. Or making a confession, coming clean about something. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Nine of Cups. Going towards what makes you feel happy, what emotionally fulfills you, what satisfies you, what makes you content, what makes you happy from within. Or perhaps feeling grateful for what you already have and thinking, hey, I have enough. I don't need to keep working all these hours and taking the burden of everything, the responsibility of everything. What I have is enough. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, Ten of Wands in reverse. Because someone's stressed, doing too much, burnt out. Perhaps always wanting more, wanting, you know, a lifestyle that perhaps they don't need because they already have enough. And when is enough enough? If you have everything that you need and you're content and you're satisfied and you have a roof over your head and food to eat and everyone's safe, what more do you need? So, Three of Swords. Why is it here for Cancer? Queen of Wands. Determination, confidence, independence. Perhaps someone's just trying to create some sort of stability and independence for themselves. Having the confidence, determination and firepower to get through no matter what this is, whatever situation this is, whatever you're dealing with, just being confident and determined that you can get through it. Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh, King of Wands. King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So there could be a partnership here. Could be a power couple dynamic. Perhaps you're together, but you're in business together, or there's a very fiery power dynamic here that get things done. Could also be a family, a mother and father, a husband and wife who are committed and determined to getting through whatever it is that they need to get through, whatever situation they need to get through. Perhaps someone here is looking after their family, looking after their mum and dad. And it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of, you know, perhaps they're getting on a bit in age and they're supporting them, supporting their own family, working their own job, checking in on mum and dad, making sure they're all right. And it's a heavy load. Someone here needs to make sure they look after themselves as well. And there is a power couple dynamic here. There is a determination to have a success and emotional fulfillment somewhere here. To plan ahead, to make a decision, to put the plan into action and make it happen. Getting your thinking caps on and well, being quite a powerful team together, a powerful dynamic together, a powerful pairing. Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So yeah, there's a potential to bring stability and security here, abundance. And someone is, or two people are, or determined to create this, to make this happen. Nine of Cups, the Fool in reverse, but they don't want to make any reckless decisions. The King of the Queen and King and Queen of Wands. They don't make any reckless decisions. They have a vision. They have determination. They have courage. They are very powerful. They don't need to make silly decisions. But there is someone here with the opportunity of a possible new stable beginning, but they're being strategic. They don't want to make any silly moves or impulsive moves, or there's a bit of self-doubt there about going forward, bit of resistance, bit of self-doubt, or you know, should I go for this job? Should I try and develop my business in this way? Is it going to be a good investment? Am I going to fall flat on my face? Ten of Wands in reverse, Death. Letting go, ending something in order to begin something. What needs to end so something new can begin? What do I need to let go of? Taking stock of things, having a look at everything, and or some sort of ending, some sort of abrupt change. Queen of Wands, Judgment in reverse, indecisiveness, not knowing what to let go of, what to keep hold of, what to detach from, what to keep attached to, what to go towards, what to walk away from, what to begin, what to end. Is serious questions and decisions here for someone. King of Wands, Seven of Cups, in reverse energy. Confusion with what to do, with what decision to make, with how to go forward, and thinking about it so much that you're frozen in the indecision and you're not actually making a plan. Let me just put these into their suits, one moment. Yeah, so pretty much what I've already picked up, but there's a very determined energy here, very confused, very resistant to some extent, but it's very determined, committed, patient, consistent, very much putting two heads together, two or three. If this is a work thing, this is about, yeah, there's a bit of confusion, you're not kind of sure how things are going or how things are going to develop, but you're working towards it. Slow and, you know, what do they say? Slow and steady wins the race. You will create this stability, this abundance in whatever this situation is, and it's working as a team effort. So whether that's in a connection or in work, in whatever situation it is, there is fear. There is possibly some reckless decisions that have been made in the past that you don't want to make again. There is some sort of ending or some sort of completion, something that needs to end so that something can begin and bring balance and harmony within a situation. And someone's not too sure or not coming to the awakening or the clarity quite yet in order to know how to do that. But yeah, I'm sure one way or the other it'll all come out in the wash or work out, or whatever it is that needs to be done will be done, or it won't be, or it will be one way or the other. So that's what the energy is for you at the moment, Cancer. Hope this helped, hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you would like more readings from me, please subscribe to the channel. Best wishes, good luck, lots of love. See you next time. Bye bye.